So Casey and I, we met last year at Vegas. Was the first year we actually got to collaborate, and we've been talking through social media a lot, prior. But Vegas last year was the first time we collaborated at City Athletic Club, where we did that chest video.
Yeah, and then we did the Arnold.
And then and then I met you at the Arnold. So this is the third time we're meeting up.
Yeah, me and Nick, I mean, we found each other on social media, and we immediately, we're both like trying to just put our foot in the door with fitness. He came from being like an entertainer, doing like funny things online, and from the story he told me, he wanted to try to motivate people in a different way, not just make them laugh, but he really wanted to motivate people. And so the fitness industry that's where you can motivate people, and that was my same thing at that time. I was coming back from all my stuff that I had gone through, and I was getting that itch to try to motivate people as well. So me and him, we started talking, and we started out the same, kind of just doing it, and then we just talked to each other all the time. And then like you said, we finally got to meet up and finally got to train together. And then like I said, we both have the same mentality on what we're trying to do. He's a physique competitor, though. I went after powerlifting, but we get in here and we do it, And the thing is, he went on stage and competed against able-bodied athletes, and then I went against, stepped on the platform, went against able-bodied athletes, and like I was just telling him earlier, when we're training, he's working, him and I, we realize we have to work harder than everybody else. We have to really work, and that's where I think me and him, we got that, we understand that. And the thing is, with me and him, neither of us want special treatment. He wants to be a physique competitor, not a special adaptive elite. And that's the same with me, powerlifting. I don't want to be an adaptive powerlifter. I want to be a power lifter.
I knew I wanted to be in the fitness industry, but I just needed to figure out how to break into the fitness industry. And at the time, my physique wasn't anything impressive. My knowledge of nutrition, I didn't have much knowledge about anything. And the only thing I knew was I was confident in my ability to get to where I needed to be and learn everything I needed to do to create that vision. And we're still always chasing the vision. And so for me, the first year in fitness, I was posting videos, and they weren't, even to me, they weren't really impressive. But they got some likes, and then my knowledge in nutrition and my knowledge on how to train, so hit things symmetrically, started to get better. My physique started to change, and that's where I signed my first sponsorship with Cage. And people called on that I wasn't messing around. And from there, just my knowledge in training and my knowledge in nutrition, like I said, just that's all it is just figuring it out. And just like I said, going in the gym and just falling on my face and getting back up and just figuring out, like I said, body alignment and what ways I can move, different ways to hit certain body parts the right way. And then, like I said, from there, it's just, with fitness, your physique is always going to get better. You're always striving to progress. So, you're going to get more notoriety, more people, following you. And that's what's happened. And I promised, not only myself, but, my friends and family and my supporters that I'd step on stage before 2017 ended. Basically, I knew I wasn't ready, but you're never going to be ready to step on stage. You'll never be ready to do something. And basically to show people that, if you're, hesitant or you're just do it. Absolutely. Just put yourself out there and just do it. I moved to Tampa 4 months ago. 3-4 months ago, as soon as I moved, I was on prep for 11 weeks for my show. It got postponed 2 weeks for Hurricane Irma, and I still stayed on my diet, and I came out and I placed third in men's physique novice, and that was kind of like the trigger to see that I actually beat a full-bodied person, and that's all you need to show me. Yeah,
that's literally how me and him, like I said, we kind of got that tightness, that brotherhood between me and him, because I was the same way. I promised people, I told people I was going to be a powerlifter, and everybody, same thing, they probably did you yeah, sure, and then I'm like, no, I'm really going to do it, and the same thing, when I went to my comp, I wasn't fully ready. I was injured, and but it was the point of just getting up there and just doing it, finally showing the people you can do it. It was just the point of getting up there and doing it, because if he can get on a stage and compete and beat people, and I can get on a platform and beat people, then everybody else should be able to do that. Everybody can set that goal, and I think that's what it is, just to motivate people to set goals.
The one thing that I would say to all the people that follow me, all my supporters, is that I don't have any superpowers. I'm not born with some superpowers that I could just conquer all these goals. It's just me putting in the work, and through my accomplishments, and when I talk about my accomplishments, it's not to show off, it's just to show people what their potential is. And to see someone like me, you know, crushing goals in fitness and business and in all areas of life, like, just to show people, you know, like, regardless of what hand, you know, life has dealt you, you got to play it. You know, you can't just let life conquer you. And like I said, where would I be? Where would Casey be if we listened to all the people that were like, yeah, like, you're gonna do it, like,
absolutely,
yeah, good stuff. Like, just like he said, you know, he could have stepped on the platform and squatted 100 or pulled 100, but that's not us. That's not how we operate. I could have got on the stage looking 12% body fat, and people would have, you know, clapped for me, but that's not how it is, and that's why I came out the most conditioned person in my class, because that's how we roll.
I mean, yeah, and you know, for me, it's like, for when I tell people, is one, you know, my saying, no excuses. There are no excuses. If you're making an excuse, look at Nick, look at myself, look at other guys that are doing things. You know, that's what I try, that mentality I try to bring to people. It's like, you have no excuse, like, why you're not trying to, like, set goals and strive to be better. You know, and the thing is, like, the night that I got blown up, I could have been pissed and done with everything and said, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna sit on the couch, I'm gonna collect my retirement check and just live my life and be happy. You know, whatever.
People
but I wasn't
okay with that.
I would have been okay with it, but yeah. I wasn't okay with that.
Exactly.
And I think people seeing that, like, I wasn't okay with that, like, wow, this guy really could have just sat around, but he's working. I think that right there motivates people a lot too. So, like, you know, not just physically motivating people, but mentally trying to motivate people as well. And not just that, like, our fans and our supporters and whatever motivate the hell out of me and Nick. You know what I mean? Because when they send us messages and stuff like that, I'm sure he can tell you, like, it pumps him up and it makes him come into the gym and work even harder. Because it's good to see that we're, like, you know, motivating and changing people's lives while we're on this roll. You know, it's a wave that I'm riding, and I love it. And I just want to, like I said, we just try to help people out, and we're using our bodies and, like, our pain and physical and mental pain that we go through to motivate people, and we're willing to sacrifice that. All we ask is that they sacrifice to start changing their lives as well.